Namor is a name that's been synonymous with the MCU ever since Iron Man 2 and the Atlantis blip appeared on the map. Nothing's happened with Namor up until this past week, where I want to say it was the Illuminati that first reported it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It comes from them. Yeah.
So
this is their quote exclusive.
They reported that I believe the actor was cast all the way back in October or November, like the first casting from Narcos we heard. Like they're like, oh, the star of Narcos, or one of the stars of Narcos, is joining Black Panther 2. We had no other details. Apparently that has been confirmed by Marvel. They kind of nodded towards it. And now it's like, whoa, he's actually playing Namor, which gives us then a Mexican Namor, which I'm like, interesting approach to this. If this is true.
So Atlantis is going to be Mayan.
Yeah. Boy, that is... Here's the thing.
It's an interesting idea. I know nothing about Mayan. I don't know if they had anything to do with the water or not.
Mayan and that whole area is my favorite piece of history and setting of all time. Like, I've been to Mexico, gone into the temples, taken all these excursions, historical sites and all that. So, like, I love it. So, when they said, we're probably going to do something with the Mayans and stuff, I was like, I was already on board. Then you add a great actor. I'm like, okay, you got me now.
I've never even heard of this guy.
Yeah, I've seen Narcos and I've seen him, but like it was a bit ago, so it's like, all right, I have to see a little bit more. If it's true that they're going to tie Mayan history with Atlantis, which they do have to bend over backwards and really try, I could see how they could do it, because there is a way you can do it. I'm okay with it. Because, again, you're inventing new history for this, like, universe that's not real, because it's Marvel. It's a fictional freaking universe on film, whatever. But to me, it seems out of left field, because the last person that I could picture as Namor would be like, if you lined up like 100 actors and he was one of them, he might be the last one I pick out to be like, that's a good Namor. Like, I just don't see it. I don't know, like...
But they're the best castings, though, surely.
I would assume? I don't...
Chris Evans, no one saw Captain America with that.
Yeah, that's true. Like, it's a weird situation to be in. I don't know, what's your feelings on Namor, first and foremost?
I mean, Namor's cool. I don't know how big of a player he's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you make a Namor movie? I don't think you can. I think Namor works better when he's literally a supporting character.
That's kind of my take on it as well. And like, I want to say the actor Tenoch Huerta. I might have botched that first part at least. Like,
probably.
I mean, I think he could do it. I think there's something there. I think he could bring Namor to life in a good way. And I do think Namor does have to be a supporting character, in my opinion. Again, I love Namor and Aquaman, but I think Aquaman has more presence as a character that doesn't have to be a supporting character. Like, there's more to him because he's had more stories. Namor has always kind of reminded me of a supporting character. Maybe, it's just, that's kind of how he always came off with the Invaders and everything, and then going on with Fantastic Four connections and... So
he's always been around other people. He's never like, you had like the solos when he first, like when he was like the first Marvel character or Timely Comics character, but you've never really had like a Namor solo since. He's always just been a part of other people's stories, which it's fair to say it doesn't necessarily mean you can't do a Namor solo movie. You could probably quite easily do it, but how do you get around the Aquaman problem?
Mm-hmm. And I
because
think
people are just going to go like, "Oh, it's just Aquaman," even though they're totally different.
Completely different characters, yeah. And Namor did come first, so it's like, there is some like
that's the new Gods Eternals argument. It doesn't matter which one came first. The Eternals came out in the movies first.
Exactly, so that's the one that matters. And I honestly don't think that Namor needs to be anything more than a villain / maybe a reluctant ally after he's showing up and stuff, because you can't just put Atlantis in the MCU and be like, all right, they're villains now. It's like, no, he's got to kind of have a redemption arc, and then he'll be controlled by someone, or somebody will be pulling the strings as the real villain.
He's an underwater Loki.
Yeah.
Not the same personality as a Loki, but he serves that same role. So maybe in 10 years' time, if this is actually legit and he is playing Loki, we will see, some people, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong.
Yeah.
Until Marvel say it, but then said people might have already argued with creators attached to movies before about certain things, but we'll see. But yeah, I think if they take the Loki route and it's just like, yeah, we're gonna have villain, anti-hero, because that's kind of what Namor is anyway.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And then if it all goes good, a few years down the line, be like, hey, here's a Namor. Just do like a 6-episode Namor show.
Yep.
You could easily do that.
Exactly. No, I'd be down for that. Look, we'll talk about this soon more. The Black Panther Wakanda Forever starts shooting in weeks. Just weeks from now, we'll start finding out because they're starting in July. So we're gonna know a little bit more if they knock it back.
I'd say that's what we'll know.
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't gonna keep Namor a secret for long.
No. The last thing they'll want is set photos of Namor or Atlanteans leaking before they confirm it, because that's going to catch all headlines. So it's...
Now, ankle wings or no?
My guess is they're going to look like tattoos, and then when he uses them, they're going to come off and like sprawl off them or something. Like, yeah.
That's horrible.
I think they'll look a little weird. Kind of like how the Cap helmets always found a way to put the wings on without putting them on. It's like, they're there, but not...
See, I'd just do it like it's attached to the armor or something.
That could work too, yeah. Well,
just make it like a little fin in his ankle in the armor.
I suppose we'll know when Namor reappears in a comic 6 months from now and he has a whole new look. We'll go, aha! I guess that's what
he's already done that.
That is true, yeah, that is true.
Jason Aaron did that in his Avengers run. He looked like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Why did you not get Keanu, Marvel? He's like the perfect Namor. Like, come on, why? But... even I don't know this guy's a set, so I can't really judge anything. But
well, when we know more, we'll come back and talk about it. But for now, I guess keep an eye out on Namor, and we'll see what happens.